This is Dave Rexroth, your forecast at WXYZ.com. We've got to talk about hurricanes first and foremost here. Jose is a Category 1 storm with 75-mile-per-hour winds as of Tuesday evening. The concern is that portions of the Northeast stick out far enough that it'll be close enough to it that there'll be surges off the water. There'll be some brisk winds, that kind of thing. Could get tropical storm force winds. So there's a warning now for a tropical storm warning around Massachusetts, especially the islands obviously out there, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, those areas. And then there's a watch in parts of areas like Rhode Island, Connecticut shoreline, as well as Long Island in those regions. So this is going to be hopefully keeping to the right, well to the east of the shoreline here, but it still will have some swells and have dangerous wave conditions along the east coast there. We'll keep track of that one for you. Much more interesting and unfortunately already deadly is now Maria. It is a Category 5 storm. It has now gone up to 175-mile-per-hour sustained winds as of Tuesday evening, 200-mile-per-hour gusts. You can see it's kind of in the corner there of the Leeward and the Windward Islands, and it will be moving over either directly or very nearly directly tonight over St. Croix, which is the southernmost U.S. Virgin Isle, and then it will be going over Puerto Rico through the day tomorrow, probably arriving in the morning and then ending and moving offshore later in the day. But it will be a long problem for Puerto Rico with winds anywhere from Category 4 to Category 5 storm. Then it parallels the Dominican coast there for a while and looks right now to stay well offshore around Florida, and probably it looks like it parallels the east coast here for quite a while next week. The concern for me will be late next week as things kind of dull in terms of the flow. It could hang around much like Jose has done. And as we've talked about lots of times before, a non-moving or a very slow-moving storm without a lot of current to direct it can be a dangerous situation. All right, our local forecast tonight. It's soupy out there. It's muggy out there. We got a lot of clouds, some showers from time to time. Those will linger into the overnight as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little thunder late evening, but not much of that. It doesn't mean any big storms, but we had a little bit of that to our south. Trying to move through is not out of the question. 64 for a muggy low overnight in Detroit. I don't think there are too many spots that get to the 50s tonight. If so, just barely. Then tomorrow, we'll say partial sunshine. You're going to have to wait for some of the soupiness to try and break up a little bit in the morning. That probably takes a while. So brighter in the afternoon than in the morning. There is a slight chance for a shower tomorrow, but just enough sunshine to get us popping back up around 80. Not everybody gets there, but it's an opportunity, and I think we'll do that in Detroit. And then the bigger heat is on. Thursday, slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. A little weak front trying to fizzle out as it moves in. 84 to 86, just not Thursday and Friday, but through the weekend and to start next week as well. So we're not setting records here, but we're getting closer, especially over the weekend and the next week. So this is impressive heat, absolutely, as fall starts Friday afternoon, just 2 minutes after 4 p.m.